Good morning, my crafty friends. This is Connie Melton, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in McKinney, Texas. We've been doing our 30 days of gratitude. Today's day 11. The first 10 days we've talked about being thankful. And today I was thinking, well, what if you're not thankful? What if we're not feeling gratitude? There's a difference between being thankful and being grateful. Thankful is, think about Christmas when you were a kid and you got those clothes for school and you said thank you, and you really, you meant it. But when you got that toy that you've been wanting for the last 6 months, ever since they first started advertising it, boy, was that a different feeling. And when you said thankful, I mean, you really meant it. You're that gratitude inside, it's just an emotion more than the words. So what do you do if you're not feeling grateful? Well, the greatest philosopher I've ever known, my grandfather, was one of those people that you could talk to and he would not give me advice unless I asked for it. He just listened. And boy, is it nice to have someone like that in your corner. But when I went to him and I was feeling really down, he said, there's no reason. You have a lot to be thankful for. Get out of your own head. And his advice was, look around you. There are people who are sicker than you, in more dire straits than you are, people that need help. And I find that he is so right. When I do things for others, that gratitude, it comes back. It comes flowing. There's something about doing things for other people and getting outside of yourself. Then there's lots of places around in our county, at least, where we can help others. There's seniors that are lonely. There's Meals on Wheels. We have a lot of county things. So your church, if you're involved in church, there's lots of places to get involved and find a place to serve. Others will be grateful and you'll feel better as well. So let's do a little card today, and I've got to think about who it's going to go to. I have so many people to be thankful for in my life, but this one is going to be a fun fold. So let me turn the camera around and let's get started. We're still working with this heirloom arrangements kit as far as it will go. Hopefully it will make it the whole 30 days, but if not, we'll add something else toward the end. And I used in a former one of the videos one of these cards and cut the front off. We used the front, we did not use the back. So I grabbed that back, which is just plain. It's not even really one of our colors. It's just a really light beige. And I ran it through an embossing folder just to get some texture. And this is the exposed brick embossing folder. And you can see it. If I ran some color over it, some ink over it, it really would make the bricks pop, but I'm not going to do that. And I also have a couple of pieces from the kit that we're going to use. I have our ink. I have these sentiment we're going to use. And I previously used our little butterfly and cut him off out of some scrap paper. I cut it out because I didn't think you'd want to sit and watch me cut. It's kind of boring. Our base is going to be a piece of crumb cake cardstock, and it's 4 1/4 by 11, folded at 5 1/2 in the middle. But then guess what? There's another score. So you will score at 2 1/8. I think that's right. Yes. Okay. And that will give us a basis for this to be. If you're not familiar with fun folds, this is called an easel card. So we'll go ahead and do our front panel. And I brought in the butterfly bookmark. You knew we'd get to that one, didn't you? It's just too fun to not use. want to grab some twine. Okay, there we go. And we'll just make a couple of loops through there. And the typical thing with twine, since it's usually on a roll, is it's rolled up. You have to use a fingernail and get that a little straighter. Okay. Let's see how many inches I rolled off. It's right at 13. But I'm going to split that in half. Run these together. Put that through the front. Okay, and then run these tails through. And yes, it's not equal at the moment, but we'll use the scissors and get it that way. Okay, let's try the tails again. My goodness. Didn't have hold of all of them. There we go. Much better. So we'll clip that, make them even. We're going to stamp our sentiment on this little strip that came with the kit in our pecan pie. This one says, I appreciate your kindness. And I have already thought of it. So Linda, if you're watching, this card is coming to you in just a few minutes. I appreciate your kindness. I'm going to put this one down flat on our panel. And this one I want to pop up. Excuse me. All right. I'm just going to put it in an angle because we want to see most of that. You could, if you wanted to take the time, split this apart and make it kind of fuzzy, but I'm going to leave that alone. Now, for the fun part, we're going to put glue in this area. Oh, I see that didn't cut well on my cutter. I'll have to fix that. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, in order for this to stand up, we're going to have to put something here. First, I want to put a piece of paper inside where I can write my note because it wouldn't show up that well on the crumb cake. I'd have to use a really dark pen to make sure it was legible. So we'll just center that. Now we're going to put some of these dimensionals on our little butterfly. And he's going to be our little stop, so to speak, for our easel. So let's figure out where we want our card to stop. Okay. I think right about there. seems to be its natural place it's wanting to stop. Okay, so now I can write my note. It'll go through the mail just fine like this. I'll write my note here, and then it can sit like that. All right, let me know what you think in the comments. And remember, if you learned anything, if you liked today's video, remember to like and share. I would appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow.